How you doing, YouTube? Matt with Master Beer Reviews back with yet another review. And Barleywine time in the form of DuClaw's Hell on Wood. Yeah, never had this before. Actually, I lie. I've had this one time before on draft about 6 months, maybe a year ago. And from what I remember, I dug it. So I'm super excited to give it a whirl, especially in review-wise. So yeah, there we go. As far as what it says on the label, it says DuClaw Brewing Company, Hell on Wood, Barleywine style ale aged in bourbon barrels, 10.6% alcohol by volume, government warning stuff, drink responsibly. And aside here, nothing can stop this unholy nectar aged in bourbon barrels to add notes of vanilla, caramelized sugar, and charred oak to its sensual fruit esters. Big malt backbone, demonic hot presence, surrender to the inescapable seduction of Hell on Wood. Respect to fluid. So there you go. Yeah. So it's Hell on Wood. Then they make their devil's milk. I don't know if this is just devil's milk aged in bourbon barrels. I don't know. Again, I don't look up any of the beers that I have leading up to it, so that could be whole devil's milk, Hell on Wood. So there you go. I like the devil's milk, so if it's that aged in bourbon barrels, hopefully it amps it up a notch. As far as labeling goes, it's cool. Not too cheesy, not too great. Gets the point across. Some DuClaw labels I dig, some I don't. This one's a little bit somewhere in between, but I dig it. Yeah, so there we go. It's all about what's in the bottle, not on the label, right? So, let's see what this sucker has to offer. Oh, man. Definitely got some, sweetness going on just from cracking that bottle. I can smell it already. Burnt, caramelly, sugary, candied goodness. Color-wise, that looks freaking beautiful. Head-wise first, 2 fingers, just off white head, nice creamy top to it, cascading almost even style bubbles from top to bottom. Decent amount of carbonation. It has that beautiful barley wine haziness that I want, especially your oak aged or barrel aged barley wines have this nice hazy look to it. It looks absolutely beautiful, somewhere between a light brown and an orange. Yeah, that sucker looks nice. What it actually smells like. Oh yeah, it smells like an American barley wine. A ton of sugars, caramel, toffee, sweetness to it, but it also has a slight hop bite to the nose. What you'd expect from your American barley wine. Not getting a ton of bourbon on there, maybe a little bit of oak, but not a ton of bourbon. Maybe just a hint of it. But yeah, that's barley wine through and through, American wise, in the nose. The beautiful, sweet notes you'd expect for a nice, beautiful barley wine, accompanied by that slight hop bite to it. But yeah, that is what a American barley wine is supposed to smell like. It's rich, dense. Let's see what she has to offer. Cheers. Oh yeah. The bourbon and the barreling, absolutely 1,000,000,000% comes through in the mouth. You have, again, the atypical, suspects when it comes to a nice, beautiful barley wine. Those beautiful sugars. American barley wine. Beautiful sugars, whether it be caramel, toffee, burnt sugar, candy sugar, along with a nice malt. And it has that little bit of a hop bite there. It's not super prevalent, but it's there. Especially on a finish, just gives you that nice bite there to let you know, okay, this is an American barley wine as opposed to an English barley wine. But then you throw in, it's not a super in-your-face bourbon barrel aging, but it's there. You can taste it both wood and liquor-wise. It's super warming. I actually feel like a warmness going on right now. Has a slightest bit of alcohol presence to it. It's 10.6% alcohol, so it's just almost pushing to 11. So, a little bit of booze is to be expected, and Jesus Christ. This is 2 weeks old, or from when it was bottled. So, this beer is green as could be. So, to get that nice amount of balance between the aging, the bourbon barrel aging, the beer itself, and the alcohol. Let this sucker sit for 6 months to a year. I think it'd be an absolute pleasure. Even out almost perfectly. Yeah, that's not shabby, man. It's not shabby at all. It's what I want my American barley wines to be like. American barley wines, typically sometimes they can get a little bit out of hand with the hop presence being way too hop forward. But this is probably one of my more favorite, I guess that's even a correct phrasing or proper English or whatever, of an American barley wine. Uinta's Cockeye Cooper, that's one of my favorites. God, I can't even think of the ones. Deschutes Mirror Mirror, I believe, is an American barley wine. I really like that one. And there's a couple others. I mean, this is up there. I really enjoy this. Really nice beer. Rating-wise, I'd give it 90. Easy 90. Stand-up double 90. Not like just barely getting it under tag 90. So 90 overall. And value and availability-wise, I mean, geez. You're talking about a almost 11% bourbon barrel-aged, really good American barley wine. Comes in 6-packs, not 4-packs, for around $15 a 6-pack. To me, you can't go wrong with that. So when it just became available based off the dating. So I've seen it the first place I've gone into. I assume I'm going to be able to get it if I want to get it. So I'm going to give it like a 7 on availability scale, only because I'm not quite sure. In value, I'll give it a 10. Just because you're talking about $16 for a 6-pack of a barley wine like this, you can't go wrong. So yeah, DuClaw continuing to impress me more and more with their offerings. DuClaw, Hell on Wood, barley wine style aged bourbon barrels. If you like your American style barley wines, but you don't want them super hop forward, you want them to have that hop bite, but you don't want them to be too overpowering or really dry in the finish, it's worth giving a whirl. If you like bourbon barrel aging, but not your in-your-face, crazy, overly dense, super thick bourbon barrel aging that you would get with like a lot of beers, a lot of your amped up, jacked up, crazy stout type bourbon barrel aging. If you want something that's a little bit more delicate, I hesitate to use the word delicate on a 11% bourbon barrel aged barley wine. It's definitely worth picking up. So yeah, really nice beer overall. And like I said, DuClaw's starting to sway me a little bit. At first, I had a lot of their smaller offerings, didn't really do much for me, but now, I'm kind of going the other way on that one. So yeah, another review in the books. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the review. If you did or you didn't, or somewhere in between, please leave a comment in the comment section below. If you'd like to check us out anywhere else on the internet, you can. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Untapped. Massive beers in all 4 of those places. And yeah, another review down. So hopefully, you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully, you're enjoying a really nice beer right now. Hopefully, see you next time. Cheers.